Hi, from Pohang, South Korea. Welcome to Enter the Arena. I am Tommy Razorstein. You are watching Razorstein Live. Alright everybody, what's up? Today I want to talk about UFC 193 and UFC 194 together. They're both back-to-back fights that are going to be amazing. The first fight, 193, is going to be Ronda Rousey fighting Holly Holm. Man, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be amazing. The reason is, it's going to be a soccer stadium. 70,000 people. That's never been done before in UFC history. And UFC was like, a little small organization at one point 20 years ago. I mean, you didn't think it would ever become this. It's absolutely amazing. I never thought that someone like Ronda Rousey would come on the scene and change the perspective of everyone, in the fight world. It's amazing what she can do. She's my favorite fighter. She's absolutely brilliant. She has the best throws in the world. Her arm bars are the best. So it's like, well, you know what? Maybe Ronda Rousey is just fighting girls, and Ronda's not that good, right? You would think, okay, Ronda's not that good. Maybe she's just fighting girls, and she's really pretty, and they're just trying to string her along and develop a champion, so that way everyone watches and it makes profit, and it's good for the UFC. That's coincidental. It's crazy. I know. It's actually coincidental that she's that hot. And she's that good of a fighter. And she's that marketable. And she's smart. And she's intelligent. She's a whole entire package I've never seen before in my life. Now you can say, okay, how do you know that? I mean, she's beating up girls and she's, demolishing them. And maybe the girls aren't that good. No, not in the league. You have to look at where she loses. Well, she hasn't lost any yet. So where can we look? And we could, all different organizations that before. How do we find this? You got to start researching. You got to start looking at the Olympic Games. And she should have won a judo match, but that's debatable. So, where can you find these videos to really find out how good Ronda Rousey is? Good video when she is practicing with Gilbert Melendez. Those two are practicing, right? And you can see that they're both practicing at 50%. And then Ronda tries to slip in an armbar real fast. And Gilbert's like, okay, I'm going to block that. So Ronda goes like 60. Gilbert gives 60%. And those two start battling back and forth. And they start escalating. And Ronda wants this armbar. And they're rolling on the ground. And like they hit the cage. And, Ronda's like, wants this armbar. And those two are going at it, right? Like starting to get more, aggressive. It's amazing. He pops through and gets out of the armbar, but those two are really starting to battle. You can really see the technique. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like you forget, like she's a 130-pound beautiful girl, beautiful woman. It's amazing. It's amazing how good she is. It's absolutely unbelievable. So you start watching it and you're like, man, her technique is flawless. That's where it's just so impressive. If you watch the technique, you see what she can do and what they're working through in the whole entire thing. It's unbelievable how good she is. So you can find one video where she does start to lose, but she goes against Gegard Mousasi, who's like fighting at a 205 weight class, and he's probably 235 pounds at that point, and she starts wrestling Ronda Rousey, and Ronda's throwing down like, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I don't care if you're top 10 in a 205 weight class and you're some guy. I don't care if you're a heavyweight and you're Brock Lesnar. I'm going to throw down at you, and I'm going to get a throw, and I'm going to get an armbar. She's that intense. She throws down, she comes in, and she fights. She's not like Floyd Mayweather who runs away and tries to jab and tries to hug and do all sorts of bullshit. Floyd's a joke. He's a joke. He's making boxing look bad, and the UFC is going to take over. And this is going to be the start of Ronda Rousey. I can't wait. Anyway, next fight, UFC 194, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. This has been going on for a long time. Jose Aldo called out, said he had a rib injury. Conor McGregor said he, tore his ACL and still fought. And fought Chad Menendez, who stepped up because Jose Aldo had to back out of a rib injury. He beat Chad, and Chad messed up. Chad made a mistake, right? Chad had him in the second round and took him down. He's trying to transition and trying to get into a choke. Surprisingly, Conor popped up. I didn't think Conor would pop up like he did, get out of that submission. I thought his ground game wasn't as good. I didn't think his defense was going to be that good. He pops up. Chad took a body kick, and I think that's what exhausted him in the second round. You start losing a lot of energy, and I think at that point he was like, no, I need him back on the ground. It's very simple. I had a good takedown. I need it back. And I think he impulsively ran forward. And you never run forward in a straight line like that. You know what I mean? End of game. Conor McGregor saw that running forward, chasing attitude. Bang, bang. Knocked him out. And that was a big mistake that Chad Menendez did. Chad Menendez is a great fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him. So, this is going to be a huge fight between Jose and Conor McGregor. This is going to be epic. And the reason is, if Conor wins, and there's a lot on it, then they're going to have a fight in a soccer stadium in Ireland that seats 70,000 people. And that's going to be so crazy. That's going to be like the craziest event I can imagine. It will be absolutely crazy. With Brazil and Ireland in a soccer stadium with 70,000 people, it will be the most epic fight of all time. So, from what I'm saying, I want to see that. So the first fight is this. Jose Aldo fights Conor McGregor, right? If Conor McGregor wins, then they will have a second fight. And the second fight will be amazing. The second fight will be a soccer stadium with 70,000 people, Irish fans going crazy. The Irish fans are absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it before. Joe Rogan said he couldn't even hear anything when he was commentating in Ireland. They said that it was like planes landing. It was louder than a rock concert. And Conor McGregor said when he was in there, he couldn't even hear anything besides this humming buzz sound. It was like everyone was yelling and screaming so much that it just made a humming buzz sound that was dramatically loud that just wears on their opponent. Alright, so I want to know what everyone's opinion is. UFC 193, UFC 194. Alright, peace out.